Rolling.
Alright. Sunday Sit Down, episode 6.
Episode
Perfect.
6. We got it right this time, people.
Sponsored by, but not really, 3D energy drinks.
Why do you always slam that shit on the freaking
Sorry.
desk, bro?
You guys want to open at the same time? Link it. 3,
2.
Oh shit.
That was cute as fuck.
I just had my first.
That's gonna be like the that'll be like the preview video.
Oh, if you guys are wondering, if you guys are wondering who the third voice is, we got the boy Fidel, you know the boy Foody, aka Foody, aka Big Food,
What's your last name?
aka Wagon,
Huh?
aka Dump Truck, aka
okay.
Dumpy Wumpy, aka
local legend.
If you guys don't know about Foody, we've talked about him multiple times. You know, we talked about him on the podcast when we had Jake here. We talked about him like multiple times. This is a 19-year-old that basically tells everybody how to lift and acts like he's the big dog around everything.
You do. So, Foody, I guess we'll kind of kick this off too. Tell us about yourself. Besides, we'll go like general life, and then we'll go into powerlifting kind of stuff too.
Okay.
Tell us about your life. How are you doing?
How are you doing personally in 2020?
It's been tough. I feel like it's been an experience for everyone, but I'm fortunate enough.
Thanks, bro. That's good. Alright, so let's go to powerlifting too. So I know
Actually, Foody, relax. I know it's probably your first time on the podcast. Relax.
Deep breath in.
Deep breath in, deep breath out. It's all good. We all been here. Our first episode was trash. We had 2 views.
Yeah.
But hey.
I think we're like 10.
But literally, just tell us about yourself. Like, people don't know you. We don't know much about you. I mean, I just met you a couple months ago.
I met you a couple months too.
Tell me about yourself. Like,
I'm 19. I just graduated high school.
Which high school?
Atlantic Coast.
Nice.
I went to Stanton freshman year, sophomore year, then I went to Atlantic Coast. And now I'm a freshman in college. I like to powerlift for fun. And yeah.
how'd you start powerlifting? I mean, I know like everybody has a different journey. How'd you get out there? I mean, you're only 19 years old.
So I used to play. I was really big on basketball. Freshman and sophomore year, but it kind of like when I transferred from Stanton to Atlantic Coast, like I just for some reason I didn't want to play basketball anymore for Atlantic Coast, and so like there was like a solid 6 months where I was doing absolutely nothing. Like I wasn't playing basketball. I wasn't doing anything, and I got fat. Not fat. I was skinny. You guys seen the video? I was skinny.
Like skinny fat.
Yeah, I was skinny fat. Like I didn't like how I looked.
The
so
worst
I was like,
kind of fat.
Yeah, the absolute worst. And then so I had a membership at the Y, and my sister actually powerlifted.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think she's done like 3 meets.
Oh, wow.
USA PL meets, yeah. But like this was like way back. Like she doesn't do it anymore, but this was like I think like 2015, 2016. And I always used to see her, and in my head, I promise you, I was like, "What the fuck is the point of this shit?"
I can imagine you saying.
I was like, why are you just gonna deadlift as much? Just like I was like, what the fuck is the point of this? And then one of her friends, Austin, you know him?
Austin. Yeah.
I heard you talk about him.
Yeah. So he kind of got me into it. Like he like told me that he was like, even if you don't want to become a powerlifter, you should squat, bench, and deadlift.
Yeah, of course.
Like you should,
lifts.
because like I used to go to the gym and I never used to do squat, bench, deadlift because I was like, this is gonna like I'm too scared. I'm gonna injure myself like everyone else. And so he taught me how to squat, bench, and deadlift. And then I started following like Jeff Nippert programs, and then I got a membership at Flex.
Up in the table, please.
Yeah, please stop banging the table.
I got a membership at Flex, and at Flex there's powerlifting was very like common there at the time. So like I decided to try it. Austin gave me like a couple programs to run, like Candido 6-week. He gave me like barbell medicine 7-week like hypertrophy strength programs. And then
birds, dude.
yeah, tell me shut the fuck up.
Oh, dude, from video. Alright, sorry, go ahead, bro.
And then afterwards I got bored, and then he hit me up like with the coach, and
That's like nature for you right there.
and then I got programmed with Ryan. I was
Ryan
like,
who?
Loveridge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know you were.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It was right before Mikey.
Okay.
Okay, makes
So,
sense.
yeah. So I was with him for like I'd say like 12, 15 weeks. Then Mikey hit me back, and I've been working with him ever since.
Nice. And Mikey, for they don't know, is you want to explain who Mikey is, like who he coached under and all that stuff?
Mikey, his name is Michael Davis. He's an athlete under Joey Flex. He also coaches for Joey Flex. And
He's in the 105 kg weight class, right?
yeah, he's
Big, strong
Yeah,
guy.
he's my competition.
I think he at Raw
He
National.
was your competition.
He's Jake's competition.
He was yours.
Well, yeah, he's an open. I'm
Isn't
still
Jake
a
like
junior.
isn't Jake like one over him or one under him?
I think he's one over him. I think Cayman's one over Jake.
They're all super close, bro. It's
Yeah,
not really-
I think it goes like Cayman, Jake, and then Mikey.
There's somebody about Cayman. Cayman's not number one.
No, I'm just saying like in that
Oh,
little
okay.
group. No, Cayman's not number one. Number one's Aston Ruska.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like in the order. I think
Not really. Bryce Lewis.
Bryce is about to take that ass.
yeah. I'm saying as of today, number one is Aston Ruska, and then if you go down, I think it's like I think Cayman's like 5, Jake's 6, and Mikey's 7,
Yeah.
or
there's a few.
or one down. It's in that range.
They're all like within like
They're top
20 or
10.
30 pounds of each other.
They're
Yeah.
definitely 105 is definitely the most competitive.
It's so like it's
It's
hit or
definitely-
miss. You miss one attempt, you're over.
It's
You know?
so fun though.
It's
Yeah.
definitely the most competitive. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't even watching Raw Nationals live. Like I was watching it through my phone, and like I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
Because like Ashton was gonna pull for the win, he missed it, and if he got that, Mikey would have placed I think like 5th.
I heard Joey Flex talking about that.
Yeah,
on
he
YouTube
would
video,
have. He would have placed 5th, and Amendola, Jake. I call him Amendola.
Yeah.
Jake would have placed above Mikey, but then just because of Ashton missing his final attempt, like I think like Mikey wanted to pull 804, but he pulled 794 just to get and as soon as he pulled that secured 2nd place.
Yeah.
So like he literally just from Ashton missing that pull, he went from 5th place to 2nd place.
Holy shit.
Which
Yeah,
is
I mean,
fucking nuts.
Dude, like 105 kg, like it's literally like if you gotta be perfect.
And the
Like,
thing
if you mess up, someone else is gonna come up and take your spot.
And the thing is, like, it's still growing. Like,
Yeah.
Cayman Battle,
Yeah.
like, he literally came out of nowhere. Like,
That's such a good weight class too. It's like, what, like-
and Brandon Dudley.
yeah.
Bam Bam.
Who's that?
120.
It's the Black Guy podcast.
Well, that's such like a stacked weight class. So it's like most of those people that come in, like I know, like you and like Cayman too. I assume Cayman did sports, right? They all because most of the people that come to like the 105 and that like 230 range, they all come from like some kind of athletic background, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
So they're already like naturally like gifted.
I don't know what Cayman did. I don't know if he's originally from Miami because I'm
Yeah.
from Miami. If you guys don't know, I'm from Miami, so I grew up.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's from. I know I think he's from the islands, but I don't think he grew up in Miami because I haven't heard of him at all.
Because he knows Jose, and I assumed like I don't know if they played sports or something together too.
Dude, Jose knows everybody. He talks to everybody though.
That is true.
He's very social.
Shout out Jose.
Get him on the podcast.
Who Cayman or Jose?
They're in Miami, bro.
I mean,
Still get him on.
we can work on that. I mean, it wouldn't be that much hard of a task,
Yeah.
I guess.
But that's cool too. Because like I know like the 105 is so competitive. When you see Jake talk about it, Jake normally doesn't even like. Well, he just got back into posting like social media stuff too.
Jake's
But
not very
usually
social media savvy.
he won't really put like his numbers he's hitting too because he knows it's so close.
Yeah.
That he puts like a max effort squat around like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna watch and try to beat him when it comes time. You know what I'm saying? So he really tries to like. You see his videos. He doesn't really say the numbers. He kind of just leaves it.
Yeah.
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 Plus, I don't think Jake knows how to work his phone.
I don't think. I might get
That man has an iPod Touch.
Bro, Jake,
That shit belongs in a fucking museum.
bro, so the funniest thing ever is watching Jake walk in on a Saturday. He has his Ray-Bans on,
Brand new SBD.
SBD swagged out with his bar on his back, puts it up, and he brings out his iPod Touch, which is just straight metal. His iPod from like 2006,
Oh,
and he's
worst.
just like, yeah, I'm just gonna put this in there.
The metal.
Metal.
Sale. Dude, I put that shot yesterday, and I was. I guess I'll tell the joke to them. They'll think it's funny too. Jake came in. He's a big metal fan. He was like, "Hey man, can you put some metal on? Wait for my John to charge."
JAWN.
John. And I was like, "All right, man, I got you." So the first metal song I put on was "Sail" by was it AWOL Nation?
It's not even metal.
I thought it was a metal.
It's an EDM.
And I was like, "Sail," and Foody was like, "Sail."
That's like saying put on metal and putting out Fallout Boy.
Well, I put on Godsmack next, which is probably like closer to metal, right?
If you're 45.
Yeah. I understand some of the words, so that's how I know. It's
The
like-
reason he keeps looking at me is because I'm also a metal fan.
Yeah, sorry, you guys can't see him. I'm looking at Hunter in the corner, but they're both big metal fans.
Very handsome guy. We can describe
Very
him.
handsome.
Has a nice 5 o'clock shadow right now. Nice haircut.
Yeah.
He's very relaxed right now. He always wears
He's always
nice
relaxed.
sunglasses.
He's always like
Very chill guy. Very chill guy. Very smart.
Just straight vibes.
He's the man behind the sound and
definition
everything.
of vibes.
He's like isn't you like the Jamie of like we're on Joe Rogan, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I picture
that what his name?
vibes. I see
Yes.
Hunter
Yeah.
in that right position, one leg over the other.
This is why when we sitting at the meet in February. I hope Bob Evans is there, dude.
Bob, the deadlift guy, the one who fell.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Bob Evans. I didn't mean to say that.
Hey, shout out to the boy Bob, bro. Isn't he like 73?
Bro, it was so funny him talking to Jake and Jake had his earphones in and I could hear Jake's music. And how loud it was.
No,
But he was
okay,
still talking to Jake.
So, dude,
It's like, yeah, buddy, yeah. Yeah, man.
I don't remember if we talked about this with Jake on the podcast. So, if you guys don't know, so the meet that Jake and I did, there was a 73-year-old guy. His name was Bob. He was a super nice guy. Like, he was just super excited to be there around other guys.
Shut the fuck up.
But the thing is, when he's powerlifting, he was just like he explained it to me. He was just happy to be around other people like lifting and still doing it.
He's talking to everybody. Even Cleel's
Yeah,
angry at him.
like he was talking to everybody, but like Jake was trying to go for a world record attempt. Had his earphones in, and I swear you hear it dun 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 playing through his earphones, and Bob Evans is just talking to him. But so from Jake's point of view, all you see is him mouthing words, and Jake's just like looking at him, he's like, I can't hear you. And Bob's like, yeah, so how was your day? And Jake's like, I still can't hear you, dude. So that's basically how that went through. But super nice guy. Shout out to the boy Bob. I mean, be 73 years old and still lifting it. I mean,
He pulled that that last one he did. He pulled that shit to like, that was a max out effort right there.
yeah, max effort. I mean, he
Oh, yeah.
fell, he rolled. But I mean,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did his best. But
That's crazy though. 73 years old.
Well, this kid that was 13 too. We talked about the podcast. It was such crazy like.
Yeah, he
age.
pulled like 402.
That's a strong 13-year-old.
I pulled that like 2 weeks ago.
he pulled more than Foody, bro. Kid 13, but he was a big old boy though.
Yeah.
He ate his
What was he,
Wheaties.
105?
Yeah.
He was 105 kg.
He was 105?
He was either 93 or 105.
Holy.
He was really?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
She was short too, and he was.
Big ass 13-year-old.
Bro, you're 13-year-old. He's competing with me, bro.
He was thick.
Dude, imagine he was fucking
go
up
first.
1800, bro.
Imagine you're 13, you go first, and the next guy comes up, hits 782 on deadlift. Dude, I'm fucking quit. This Brandon's big ass linebacker built, having ass, come there just pull 700 pounds. And
Oh, so I'm a linebacker going black.
No.
No, you're
I was gonna
linebacker
say
doing
safety.
Wow,
I was
wow.
gonna say safety, but
Anyway.
don't do that.
Anyway, back to Foody's lifts.
Don't do
So, so back to Foody's
That's
lifts.
big and strong.
When's your next meet and like what are you looking forward to?
What's your first meet, actually?
Yeah, it's my
Oh,
first meet.
that's
Yeah.
true. Let's talk about that. Haven't you signed up for like two
Bro,
other meets?
I signed up for like I think
This is the worst year for everything.
I think I signed up for like six
Six meets this
five?
year?
No, because I won my first meet that I signed up for was in January of 2020. That got canceled. Actually, that didn't get canceled. I just couldn't go because like the guy I was competing with like decided not to do it. So
Excuse me.
so I couldn't do it, and then I rescheduled it to like May. That got canceled. That got rescheduled to like June or July, canceled. Then like August, late September, it was like regionals. I don't know why, but at that point I was just like, fuck it, I don't want to compete anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna wait till 2021. And I found a meet here in Jacksonville, and I'm scheduled to compete on February 20th with Garrett and Hunter
And Adam.
and Adam.
And I think there's a few
there's
girls
gonna be like
next to
17 of us there.
There's gonna be a whole fucking
Yeah, there's gonna be a whole
squad.
squad there.
Yeah. If that gets canceled, bro, I might quit.
Dude, yeah, dude,
I might fucking quit.
I think I kind of like in that story. Were you there the first day we met Foody? I don't know if you were.
The first day we met Foody.
Yeah, you was there.
At the pit? Yeah, I was there.
It was just you. It was you two and Ashton.
And Jake, because Jake was there.
No, Jake wasn't there.
Yes, it was.
Jake wasn't with the John.
Yeah, it was because me and Jake were sitting side by side. That's the first day I met you. Because Jake was like, I want to tell the story about the good luck down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, no. That was the second time.
That was the
we
first
met.
time I met you. That was the first time I met you.
The first time I met you, Jake wasn't there.
So the
Oh
first time I
yeah,
met
you weren't there the first time I met.
Alright, can I tell the story?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so. Bro! Dude, come on, bro.
Bro, they don't smell, bro. The loud ones don't smell.
I smell it. Alright, so the first day I met Foody.
I can taste it.
So I'm there with.
Alright, continue.
Dude. Dude. Alright, I'm in the pit, first day with Foody. Oh no, with Ashton, Jake, Hunter, I think somebody else too. But I'll come in, I see this guy named Foody. He brings his own bar. So my first instinct was he brings his own bar. I kind of don't like him, you know. I was like, why would he
Bro,
bring
you don't like anybody though.
Why would he bring his own
What
bar?
the fuck? What do you?
I don't know. I just had this preconceived idea.
Just
No, just for that, I'll never let you use my board.
to chill out, bro. I like you now.
continue.
But he came in too, and he was like benching, and I think he was so used to
I squatted
self handoffs. All right, sorry, you squatted first too.
I did 370 for 3.
All right, so he was so used to self handoffs too. He didn't ask for handoff, and then Jake offered him. He's like, hey man, do you want a handoff before you go? Do you want a handoff? And Phil was like, nah, I got it. So then me and Jake sat down right behind the bench, and Jake was like, he looked over, he was like, good luck, buddy. no, he's like, good luck down there. And he had racked, he came down, and he came up, he clipped the rack and it fell. He was like, take it.
I saw the worst part was the video.
Oh, dude, and me and Jake didn't even move.
Bro, literally that was the worst part of the video because I went back and looked at the video and when I was screaming, take it, Jake and Garrett, they didn't even fucking flinch. They were just like, and then the action just comes over and picks it up and then I get up and they're all just laughing.
Dude, that was the funniest shit I've
Bro,
ever seen.
the funniest thing ever is that, so if you guys seen Jake, like I always think, every time I read Jake's text messages, I read it in his voice, and every time he tells a story about Jake, I just hear it in his voice, so I can see him saying, hey, good luck down there, buddy. But just sitting there with his FBD shirt on, just looking wide as shit.
I looked over at him because we were like side by side. Like I was I was sitting in the calf machine, he was on the leg press, and I was like, are we good? Like, is he good? He's like, yeah, he's fine. And he wasn't okay. And I was like, I don't know this kid. I'm not gonna get up and help him.
But didn't Jake already know Foody from like a while?
Yeah. I knew Jake from Flex.
Yeah.
Cause we worked at Flex before.
Bro, I wish I was there.
That shit was so
I wish I was there, bro.
fucking funny. I don't know why it was so funny.
What, bro? Because I met Foody later on. Because I guess I'm like the new addition to the crew. Would you say I'm the new addition to the pit crew? I guess.
No, it's definitely
You got accepted.
No.
You got accepted before I did.
But I met everybody later though.
No, it's definitely me though.
No, but you already knew Jake and Ashton.
Yeah, you kind of.
The only people I knew was Jake, Ashton, and Shane.
But when I came in like late June-ish, and that's when I met everybody. Mm-hmm. And I kind of go through my initiation.
But you were close with them.
Yeah, but you were close. You were close to the Ashton. Huh?
What?
That's true.
Oh yeah, that is true.
But I mean, yeah, I guess I got close to them first.
And I'm gonna say the other name, but you're close to somebody else there. The IOU guy.
I owe you. The man that speaks in vowels.
Bro, okay.
You can tell the story?
Oh, I was bro.
You gotta have to crop that out.
No, I don't care. I'm sorry to all.
I don't think it.
I'm sorry to all bodybuilders.
No names.
Dude, I don't care. I'm not saying anything. So us as powerlifters, we always. We always like to joke around about bodybuilders and stuff, like with like grunts and everything. Bro, the funniest thing ever.
Is amazing.
No, everyone's great.
Everyone should be comfortable.
But there's the funniest thing ever. This is one guy that we watched lift, and I swear,
nice guy. He's a cool guy.
No, great guy. But like when he lifts, I feel like every single rep, this man is saying either the alphabet or the vowels, bro. like you be seeing homeboy, like, we see a homeboy doing rows, and he's just like A, E, I, O, U,
sometimes Y.
And sometimes Y. It's just like,
oh fuck,
bro. And I've never seen so many people just grunt and scream per rep.
Bro, you squatted.
Than bodybuilders.
You squatted 700 pounds and you made like one sound.
Like, bro, I will fart before I grunt, bro.
It's like I remember when Jamal Browner pulled like the 1,005 in his gym.
He was like,
he was trying to scream at the top of his rep, and he's like, I don't know how y'all fucking scream. I'm so tight, I can't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, my thing is, if you're able to scream and you're able to talk, you're not putting enough effort.
Well, then you got shout out Christian Strength.
Oh.
Hey, cut that out.
Oh.
Hey, he listens to the podcast.
Oh, so he's fair.
Hey, that's my homeboy, bro.
Hey,
shout out to the boy.
Shout out. Shout out
to no, you fucked up already.
No,
say what you mean, bro.
No,
alright, so no, listen. Let's make it clear. So
okay, could we talk about like even like we see powerlifters breathe and stuff. We have the
I just said shout out because he screams a lot.
He do scream.
I'm talking about it mid rep though. Like if you're actually bracing and you're actually breathing the way you're supposed to be breathing, there's no way you should be able to do a full.
Well, all right, let's go. In my opinion,
Damn,
very
I fucked up.
no, dude, it's fine. Very controversial.
Cut that out.
If it's like, if your set is like a RP.
No, I'm dead ass. Can you cut that out?
Christian, you're fine, bro. You're fine.
No.
Yeah, we'll cut it out. We'll cut it out, yo. Alright, so alright, quick pause. Alright, we're going back. So I feel like controversially, if your set's like an RP 7 or below, I don't think you have the right to scream. That's no matter the weight, but like, you know what I'm saying?
But some people, you need to realize some people,
Are built different.
yeah, and they probably need to get hype, even for fucking
RP6?
RP6. Yeah.
See, you know,
RP6 should be like very like.
No, but I
Well, like-
kind of, it's like,
I kind of get it, but I like personally I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, personally I wouldn't either.
that shit gets me mad.
You mad now?
Bro, I'd be mad as hell. Because,
Wait, so are you actually gonna cut that part out?
bro, Foody, chill, we got you, bro.
Chill.
But my biggest thing, I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody or anything. I mean,
No shade at all.
whatever you do work. Cause me, dude, like, I have videos of me screaming and stuff, but usually it's like after a heavy.
It's like
rap.
an RP like it's RP like 9 or above, you know?
Yeah.
It's like very like to the balls to the wall. type.
My thing is there's like a rubric to whether you scream or not. If you have something that's scheduled like an RP of 7, RP of 8, and it moves at RP of 6, and you're hyped, do you, bro? But if you have a scheduled RP of 6 and you scream,
Yeah.
like it was supposed to be easy. Like you're not supposed to be getting hyped. Like I
But you don't understand that some people like they need to get hype to make a move to make a weight move.
Is that
at
healthy though?
RP6.
Should you need to be high for every single set?
but if we actually go and actually think,
Yeah, but
if we actually think it's
everyone's
straight-
different.
But my
Yeah.
thing is,
Like, it,
But
it won't- obviously, won't-
I think because like we're like
yeah.
we know the body, and it's like I feel like that's just a waste of energy.
Let me back up too.
it
I think,
might be a waste of energy for us, but not
stop.
for
Hold on.
them.
Back up.
It's
I think there's.
cardiovascular system, guy.
Huh?
It's a cardiovascular system. It's an energy
Alright, shut
expenditure.
the fuck up.
Hey, I think there's two things to it too. I think it's okay. I'll give you that. I think it's depending on the individual, but the problem where it kind of makes me mad now is is when you see people screaming just for the sole fact of social media clout.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That's-
fucking pisses me off.
Because like it's one thing like if like I don't care the way you do, like if you're happy you're moving fast and you're happy you want to scream whatever.
Bro,
But when you do it just for a higher engagement for clout, that's when like you know what, I'm kind of annoyed now.
Yeah,
You know?
like bro, clout screaming is the word. Like, dude, get hype all you want, lift
Yeah.
all you want. Like, bro, I encourage you guys to go out there. I encourage you to be excited when you lift. I encourage you to be happy that you're getting a lift. I encourage you to scream and have fun. Now, I'm not saying be a quiet ass lifter.
No, not at all.
But if you have to think about how you're gonna
if I
scream before you
scream,
scream,
I'll probably get more.
like
likes on
if
these
you walk up to a set, be like, hey, yo, I'm about to scream. This shit about to be crazy.
Yeah.
And then you go, hey, press record. Ah! Like, why?
Yeah, I know who you're thinking of too. I know.
Like that shit pisses. Like,
But there are, like-
cause my thing is, it's like if it's planned out, if it's not out of sheer pure excitement
Yeah.
and like just like being happy to lift, being happy you're getting away, just enjoying yourself,
yeah.
and you're just doing it for a like, or you're just doing it for someone to be like, hey, yo, you hype as fuck, and
Yeah.
it's like you're not like you're just doing that for clout. Like it's just. It really shows your character because that means that you're training. That means you're not focused enough on your training. If you're thinking
But-
that much, if you're thinking that much into, oh, this is gonna get a lot of likes because I'm about to scream my ass off.
But you can't assume someone else's intention.
You can't. That's true.
It's like you can't.
I feel
like,
like-
what if? You know
You're
what I
right,
mean?
man.
You can't just go look at someone and be like, oh yeah, he's definitely screaming.
But no,
clout.
hold on, back up. I think the point you said really good. Like if you're naturally like a screamer and you like to get excited, like whatever too. But it's when you plan it. Like if you plan like, hey, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna post this exact clip. That's when it's like, you know what? Like you're just not naturally like that way. You're just trying to act a certain way for the camera.
Yeah,
Like Isaac, he's definitely natural.
Isaac's cool.
Isaac's definitely.
He just does what he wants
So
to.
we're gonna name. So I'm gonna name like
Oh, shit.
some names.
Name dropping.
No,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
gonna name drop so you see like these people. So like someone like Aston Ruska, not a screamer. He has a little fist pump. Like
Yeah.
Like that's his thing. Like he has a thing. Isaac Whistler.
He screams.
He's a screamer. That's his natural. That's like he's always done that. That's his approach.
him.
That's his
That's
approach.
Isaac.
That's his personality. I don't know personally, but if you watch his videos, you watch like his his Instagram stories and stuff.
Bro,
Like
he will literally scream at anything.
like that's
It'll be cold and you go, it's fucking cold.
that's naturally him. That's your natural personality. Great, go for it. But if you have to try to be
Yeah.
like that. It's like, no, like you could be a quiet lifter. I mean, Jamal Brown picks up weight, he picks up 1,000 pounds, puts it back down, and doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
Aston Ruska has a fist pump. Isaac Whistler screams. If just stick to your personality, don't try so hard to be
Somebody else.
someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Like me naturally.
Like I'm calm. I'm calm.
Yeah, Garrett's a very calm guy. Like he hits 600 pounds, whatever he does his thing, that's cool. Like, hey, where we going? Like, whatever.
Yeah, okay,
that's his thing.
shit.
Me, I'm very. It depends on the weight. Like if I get a weight that I wanted to get, and I've been trying to get it for a while, I'm gonna scream. You ever see my videos? I scream. I get excited because I'm a hype lifter. That's just what I do. There's people that are just do different things. But if you have to go out of your way to try to be like someone, because you're like, oh, well, this guy is hyped and he has this many followers, so I'm gonna start screaming. But then it just looks awkward as shit.
Yeah.
Like if you do a lift, wait 3 seconds, but oh shit, I'm supposed to scream, and then scream. It's like, come on now.
Anytime I hit away, I'm just like, damn, that shit was heavy as fuck. I'm not going up.
Yeah. 135 and move like that.
But yeah, I mean,
275 yesterday.
So I guess to put that in summary, be yourself. Like, don't try so fucking hard, dude. Like,
and I feel like that is, like, that's like the main way you probably grow on social media
100% too.
Yeah. Because no one's gonna want to follow like an off-brand version of someone else. They're gonna obviously want to watch the actual person.
Nobody wants to follow Diet Russ Swole.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't want to follow like Russ.
Like,
Russ,
you're gonna follow Russ.
Yeah, Russ is like
that's Russ.
Like he has his thing. Like that's his shit. Like he's gonna fucking do his thing. But if it's obvious that you're trying to be like Russ, like bro, we don't want the off-brand shit. We don't want Fruity-O's. We want Fruit Loops, nigga. Like,
yeah, that's a good comparison too.
Like come on, bro. Like I mean.
I don't want Mountain Splash on Mountain Dew, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, excuse my language. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
Are we not allowed to cuss?
No,
I'm saying
I said.
He said, excuse my language.
Well,
No, I said a racial slur. But
what?
What'd you say?
don't worry about it. Anyway,
Aren't you allowed to say it?
we're not getting into that conversation. Anyways,
We didn't say it. You said it. You're okay.
shut up. So, anyways, be original. It'll get you a lot farther. If you're original, you trust the process and just do you stay consistent.
Yeah.
If you want followers, you'll get followers. If you want engagement, you'll get engagement because people respect your hustle. They respect you doing you.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're trying to piggyback off someone else's success,
You're not gonna grow.
Yeah, like if you watch someone on YouTube, oh, they're doing that, so I'm gonna start twerking. Like, bro, if you go,
Who the fuck looks?
no, because people that, like they'll see someone like, oh, he listen to Meg, I'm gonna listen to Meg, or he do that, I'm gonna do that. Like, well,
He's acting like people are talking.
It's like, are people twerking to Meg now? What?
That's what I do.
I do twerk to Meg.
I do be twerking to Meg, but no, but I'm just saying, like, be yourself. I mean, I've always been like that. You can find a video of me on YouTube dancing.
Yeah, I can.
But there's a difference between like being like copy somebody and being inspired kind of by what they do too, you know?
Yeah.
That's a whole different topic.
But that's an obvious difference. Like,
Obvious.
you can see that straight up and be like, oh, like he's copying him, or he's just like, okay, like he looks up to this guy, like like you could, because I look up to a lot of different lifters. I respect how people carry themselves. Like I was talking about Chris Richford, the way he carries himself. I respect lifters. I respect what they do.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, he did pretty well.
Pretty good.
He told him 1988.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Probably easy too. I he's totaled 2K before.
He I don't know what exactly his deadlift was, but he got it, but it dropped because of grip.
But he's probably like trying to still be kind of cautious than he too.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful
It's a strong man right there.
deadlift.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's a beautiful deadlift.
Bro,
one day we'll have to get him on the platform, the podcast.
Man, that's a beautiful.
that would be phenomenal.
I will. You'll be having like a fangirl moment.
Oh my gosh.
Brandon's gonna have his orgasm.
I'll throw up. I'll throw up happiness. I'll have a bucket next to me. I'll
Hey
throw
Chris,
up.
do you want us to make a stallion with me?
Do I try to make this happen?
Hey, see, golden personalities, you can tell Chris Bridgeford don't talk to Megan Stallion.
Well, you don't know.
I can probably get Russ to work with me though.
Speaking of Russ, I like when we're talking about like being inspired or copying. Whenever he puts like his music on the story, I always check it out and I always get inspired by it and I always like post to mine. But I'm not copying. I'm just inspired by the music.
Alright. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just be
you, dude.
all in all, be original, be you, do you. Don't try to be someone else because that's not gonna get you anywhere.
That's a big thing. Everything I've heard from like people like when they come talk about like either like building a brand, building like a business. Can I finish my sentence before you interrupt me?
I wasn't even gonna fucking interrupt you.
I feel like you were.
Nah, I just was.
Oh, okay, cool. But the main thing is to like just be you, be original too, because people are gonna follow based on your own content. They don't want to see, how'd you say it? Diet Russell.
Yeah, they don't want
that.
like I DM'd if you had another podcast on like Massonomics, like they have their own like clothing brand. They have a great podcast. Like they did podcast about nothing, and they literally talk like a lot of followers. I DM'd them. They're super cool. They reply back to me just asking questions about the podcast. and literally all they said was be original and be consistent. And if people like you, they'll go to you. Don't try to be someone else. I'm not gonna call here and be like, Sunday sit down podcast about nothing. No.
This also like relates to lifting. Some people, like, I know I had this issue with like, some people like will look at someone in their weight class, like hit something fat, and then expect to go inside the gym and hit that too.
That's true.
Like they want to just like copy someone else, and like this guy's progressing at this rate. I should be able to do the same, and that always comes and bites you in the ass.
That is true, and that's like something we talked about.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about that briefly in our even in our last podcast, like how like social media has a huge impact on people. And, like we talk about ego, and it's like the outlook,
and it messes with your head too.
It does.
Yeah,
it messes with your head a lot because you're like, this guy's in my weight class or whatever. This guy's my age. He's progressing like that. Why am I not progressing like this?
Yeah.
I mean, even me, like if you saw remember my squat PR, the 675 guy in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, the day before that, I saw someone in the 105 kg weight class squat 705, and I was like, I want to squat 705. And it's like that's just. I mean, it's natural competitiveness, but at the same time, it can bite you in the ass if you don't.
No, it will. It will. Like you literally.
If you don't,
have to focus on yourself.
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta do you.
Like my coach, like I feel like he's like the perfect example, and Jake, like they literally couldn't give a fuck about social media. Like
That's
Jake
true.
doesn't even fucking post. Like he literally does not. He couldn't care less because like all his lifts, like he just wants to be like the best on platform. Like he doesn't care about like deadlifting like 900 or like 800 in the gym. Like I'm talking about my coach. He doesn't care about deadlifting 800 in the gym. Like he'd rather just like stay in the pocket in the gym and like excel on meet day.
And if we're talking about like just staying in the pocket and stuff, a big factor of that is the people you surround yourself with. Like one of the topics I want to talk about today was
my 275 squat yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So I will introduce the topic. So the topic is basically having good training partners and having a good coach, like the importance of it. So now since I said that, so Foody had was it a triple?
No, it was 4.
Okay, so he had a 3x4,
4x4,
a 4x4 at an RP of 8,
7,
8.
High bar.
So
high bar.
So Foody walks up to me. I've never been so mad in my life. Foody walks up to me and shows me. I know he can squat. He showed me a video of him doing 275 for 4, and he goes, "Hey, yo, this look like an RP of 7 to you?" But I swear there was no sticking point. There was no he did not slow. It looked like a straight up warm up. I said, "No, it looked like RP of 4." He goes, "For real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go up to 315." He was like, "No, I don't know about that. Damn, it's 275." Bro, I ain't never been so mad. Like it took all I had in me to not backhand this little kid. So I like literally.
Bro, it felt heavier than it looked.
Well,
and the thing is, it's great to have people around you that have if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable, it's great to have a good like lifting group with you to basically hold you accountable and basically be your eyes, because the weight's gonna feel heavier. Like I've been squatting before and I get to 500 pounds, but damn, that felt kind of heavy. But 500 pounds is 500 pounds. Like 500 pounds.
Feel like,
It's never gonna feel like a feather. Like it's still it's weight. So it's like that's like unless you're gonna record yourself or have people around you to tell you like, nah, like do that move good.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I wasn't around you guys, I probably would have done 275 for my 4.
No, you definitely.
He definitely would have, because he literally looked at this video and legit thought it was an RP of 7. And literally, if you see the video of 315, the video of 315 didn't even look hard either. Like he did it for another 2 sets, and he was gonna stay at 275 for the rest. But just having the people around him to literally look at it and be like, no, dude, like it moved well, because you get in your own head at some point. At some point, you're gonna do a weight like, man, that felt heavy. I felt like I squatted a little bit high. I felt like I did this. I felt like I did that. But then like you look at video or like you ask one of your boys.
Record yourself.
Always record yourself, and they always have like your boys look over the recording if you can, or if you have a coach, keep your coach updated. Communication is the biggest thing, because I know with Garrett, like I'm usually in person with my clients, but Garrett has a lot of online clients and a lot of clients that he has to text and stuff. So the biggest thing, especially if you want to progress the way you want to, try not to wait until the end of your session to send your coach videos. If your coach is usually around the phone, which Garrett usually is, or like even like people like Joey Flex talk about this stuff, record a set, send it to him, like, hey, how does this look? And your coach's gonna get back to you quick, like communicate. Because if not, like let's say we weren't there and Foody didn't text his coach Mikey, and he just did 275 for the whole thing, and then he sent Mikey the videos. Like I don't know Mikey, but if I'm Mikey, I'm looking at the video like, hey, like that wasn't an RP 7. Like what you doing? Like you,
bro.
So you
I
super
probably would have
shot
just
that.
said solid.
Bro, I feel like I know. Like I feel like if you have to, this is me personally. I feel like if you have to ask, should I go up or not? You usually probably should, because like if it's too heavy, you're gonna know it's too heavy, you know.
Oh yeah.
But like if I want to send a video, hey Brandon, how's this look? I'm like, dude, let me think. Yeah, let me just go up. And I just go up.
Yeah. Because bro,
I mean, I'm not like that.
Well,
I mean, especially in powerlifting,
different.
Bro, in powerlifting, bro, the weight will let you know. Like there's been times I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do this on deadlift, and then I have like,
But like,
I feel
it's
like I'm gonna
tricky.
poop myself. No, if you don't feel like you're about to poop yourself, you probably.
Well, yesterday I didn't even ask him. I just loaded a 315 and left it for him. I was like, bro, I'm not taking a shot off. So either you're gonna do this weight or you're gonna unload all this shit yourself.
And the good thing about that is that also knowing your training partner, because you have to know the people you train with. Like if we know Foody can't do that, we're not gonna be the people that put 315 on the bar and be like, do it, and then have
they're
him fit.
probably just gonna be like,
bro, you know what we should talk about?
Yeah, what?
Dude, we should talk about that fat ass thing.
No,
dude, that's just so funny.
Why would you even bring that up?
I was thinking about that.
But anyway,
but
bro, let's get back on topic.
My bad.
But anyway, the thing is, have someone to hold you accountable, and if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable, make sure you surround yourself with people that will hold you accountable. Because if not, then you're just gonna be doing subpar lifts.
Oh shit!
sorry.
Badass.
sorry. It's Garrett.
Oh, dude, that shit was so funny.
I'm just looking at Brendan now. I'm not even looking at him. He doesn't exist.
As I was saying,
My bad.
have people to hold you accountable if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable. Because if not, then you're gonna stay subpar. You're subpar lifts. You're gonna undershoot RPEs, and you're not gonna reach where you want to reach. Like it's the point of if you want to lift heavy, lift heavy. If you want to run fast, run fast. You gotta put yourself in those situations. And Garrett's really pissing me off right now. Not
Dude,
gonna lie.
I'm sorry, bro. He's laughing. I'm looking at
I'm
him.
not laughing.
Alright, my bad.
I'm really not laughing.
My bad.
Y'all got any intake on the topic since y'all want to laugh like little kids?
Garrett's
Like
laughing.
I feel like I'm the oldest. Like Garrett's the oldest one here. I don't know if you have to tell. I mean, he looks 35. Well,
That shit was so
Hunter's the oldest one here.
But my bad. Oh man.
Garrett's the oldest one on camera right now. Shout out to boy Hunter.
You know what? I got some topics already, bro. I'm sorry. You finish your sentence.
No, I'm finished. I wasn't able to finish my sentence.
Oh yeah, I'll put in something.
My bad. That shit. I heard it in the voice. Made me laugh.
I feel like communication is like the biggest thing, and that's where some people don't get the most out of their coach. Like you two, it's like communication is not going to be a problem because you guys are really, really close friends. Like, but some people aren't like best friends with their coach. Like, if you are, I feel like that's like the best thing because you're really, really comfortable with them, and like you probably tell them shit that like you wouldn't tell other people. Like, so like you telling, like you're not gonna shy away from saying, yo, I feel like shit today. Like I like this is so heavy. But someone who's not close to their coach or not comfortable in a sense, they'd be like, if I tell him I'm not like I feel like shit today, what if he thinks like I'm not strong enough, or maybe this should feel strong, like maybe I shouldn't be feeling this way, and you get in your own head.
Yeah.
But like if you have, like if you, that's the thing, you just literally like to get the most out of any coach, you have to be comfortable to like communicate everything.
Yeah.
And not be afraid to like think, oh, what if he thinks this about me or something? Because that's when everything's just gonna bite you in the ass.
Because as coaches, we're put in situations to where we have multiple variations of different exercises. We have multiple ways to adjust your program, but we can't do that if we don't know.
Yeah.
So we can't get to the point where it's like, okay, you had a subpar lift and you're like, hey, like this hurts, this feels weird after the fact, and we're like, oh, like, why didn't you tell us? Like instead of doing SSB squats, we could have did heel elevated goblet squats. We could have did this. We could have did that. We could have cut that out. We could have added this. But if we don't know, we're just gonna assume that everything's okay until it's not.
Yeah.
And don't let it get to the point to where you hurt yourself, or to the point to where you have a bad lift, or you go backwards. and we can't fix it because you already did it.
Yeah.
Like, we can't fix your injury. If you go into a gym and you feel like, oh, well, this feels kind of tweaked, but I'm just going to push through it, I'm not going to tell coach, and then you pull something or something pops, and now you're set back 6 weeks, we couldn't do anything about that because we had no idea. Yeah. Like, you had to let us know, and we'll be like, hey, take a day off. Or, hey, how about instead of doing this, you do that? Like, we can't do that for you if you don't communicate, if you don't send us a text, if you don't even just be like, hey, I'm not feeling all that great today, so I'm going to adjust. Like, with Garrett and I, we're both coaches, and we both coach each other. So there's times where Garrett will program me something, he's not there, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't really feel great today, so I'm going to adjust this, and I'll let him know. Because, we have the knowledge in order to do that. But most of the time, that's not the situation. Most of the time, you have just a lifter trying to focus on his lifts, and the coach has to focus on that.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't give us the opportunity to help you, then how are you going to get the best out of your own body? Because you can only push yourself so far without having to look to someone else for at least like a little boost or at least just some help.
Yeah.
Like, you pay, like, either you're paying us or you trust us to the point to write you a program. So why not trust us enough in order to help you through the program? Like, I'm not just gonna have a piece of paper and be like, okay, boom, here you go, here's for a month, and then I'll see you in a month. Like, I'm not gonna write a program that I'll see you in a month. Like, no.
Yeah, so I agree. So I'm gonna add on to, but I know you just got pissed at me too for laughing.
Yeah, lock in, please.
I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in. I think communication is big too. It's kind of touched on one of the topics like last time. Like, we kind of talked about, hey, like, it's better to have quality over quantity when it comes in terms of like the clients and shit too. I know we talked about it with your boy. I think right now online I have 5 people.
Oh, really?
6. Yeah, I capped it at like 5 or 6 because I want to make sure I'm like even 5 or huh?
Really? I didn't know that. I
What?
thought you only had
More or less. I got a few. But I capped it at a set number too, so I could have more like one-on-one interactions. I'm friends with everybody I coach, So I try to keep it that way. Because if I start going more than that, the kind of the quality of like my coaching goes down too. Because I always focus on everything. Because I'm getting questions from each of them like, the other day too. And I think the point you talked about communication is big. I'm gonna go into some examples about my athletes, clients. They're not gonna care. I'm not gonna name names because they're all my boys. One of them.
That's the people upstairs.
Yeah. So about injuries and stuff too. I know one of my boys. I talked to him the other day. I was like, hey man, like we're coming off a deload. Like how do you feel? Because he's some of his squat variations he has front squats. And he tends to dive bomb his front squats. And I was like, he told me he's like, oh well, actually I've been having some like slight knee pain and some like tendonitis and some elbow stuff. And I'm like, hey, like I hope you would have told me that, because like I know it's been going on for like a day or two now. You haven't really told me, And that communication is a big thing too. Because like what if it keeps going on? I leave in the front squats. I leave whatever is kind of bothering his knee. Doesn't tell me. Then it gets worse,
Yeah.
And another thing I think you mentioned about like kind of like trusting the process and like I had this other boy. I'm just gonna throw all my class for the bus too. One of my other boys, I'm doing his program right now too. His main emphasis is kind of like getting a bigger bench. Which is kind of like the bro thing to do,
Yeah.
He's chasing that bench goal. And one of the things he asked me like, what program? I was like, all right, I got you. The first week it's like 60%, so it's like super light, It's like 165, which is like what a 45 and a 10 on the side.
And a 5.
Yeah. So it's like
no, because that's what I do.
Okay, sorry. But like for me and you, like me and Brandon, so like if we're gonna bench and I give you 165, what's your first impression?
What the fuck is this?
If I say you got 165 on bench today.
What the fuck is the bench shit, boy?
I'm like, damn, I'm small.
I'm gonna accidentally misread the program.
Yeah.
335.
Yeah. But he came down and he talked to me. He was like, hey man, like listen, like I'm better than this. I think 165 is too light. Like I don't want to do this. I'm like, hey, listen, bro, listen. You came to me because you asked for help because obviously you haven't got to where you want to be yet, right? And I was like, not only are you my boy, but you're also not my client. So I'm taking my time to help you, regardless if you pay or not, too. So I'm taking my time to do this. So I need you to fully like invest and kind of trust in the process, too. If not, you're wasting my time, your time. Because at the end of the day, like you can do whatever you want. You can go on your own. Because you're paying me to help you, And if you're not gonna listen to what I'm telling you and like not fully like commit in, you're the one that's gonna lose. You're gonna lose money and you're not gonna hit the goals you want, So a big thing about communication, I explained to him, I was like, hey bro, listen, I need you to drop the ego, topic we touched on another time.
Boom.
Drop the ego. I know you're strong, I know 165 ain't never felt like this before. But you have to just trust what I'm saying too. It's not like I'm saying, hey, you got like three reps at 165. Sets at 8, pause, full like perfect,
Yeah.
So a big thing comes down to your coach too. So you need to be close to your coach, like you talked about communication.
Yeah.
You need to trust them too. Like I've had experiences before. Like I'm like, hey, like I don't want to tell them I feel like shit today. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want them to be open because they might think I'm weak, like you said. They might adjust my program to something I don't want. So you need to have that relationship. Be like, hey man, this is how I feel, and you need to be very like empathetic with them too. You know, like, hey, I understand why you feel this way, because everybody's like, it's like that whole like psychology of lifting too. Right. Everybody's built different. Everybody thinks differently. No matter like the way I think, the way you think, and even the way Brandon thinks. Even though we all think similar, we don't think the same. You know.
Yeah, I look at completely different.
All built different. Yeah. So I think about even when I talk to Brandon, like if I tell him something and he tells me something, we might interpret the same thing 2 different ways based on how we think. You know, I might take it. Me or him. One of us might take it the wrong way. One might take it just totally fine. You know.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to know the person and be willing to kind of adjust what you say and how you react around them too. You know. Because I was talking to him, I was like, listen, bro, like I was cool about it. Chill. I was like, hey. I know it's light. I know it's easy, but that's the whole point of week 1. We want to start light, have it go smooth, super easy. You know what I'm
saying? This thing of quality over quantity, it's gonna take you really far.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna take.
That's everything in life. That's what something too. Yeah. That's quality of your relationships, business, products, whatever you do.
That'll take you really far.
Even with, like when you said like week 1 to start life, like start light, trust the process. And that's a really big thing, especially because as trainers, you know, we have the mesocycles and microcycles and stuff. Like we have different cycles to where we set it up to where it's going to be progressively get better. So don't fuck up week 4 by trying to push week 1.
Yeah.
Like stay in the pocket.
Yeah, stay in the pocket. Like week 1, we're gonna have let's say 165.
Yeah.
But by week 4, we expect you to do 285 or 315.
Shit ramps up real quick
for a certain amount of numbers. But then on week 2, you decided, oh no, I feel good this week, so I'm gonna do 315 this week. And then you have a slight little pec problem or a slight little shoulder problem, and next you know, week 4 turns into a deload week because you messed up in week 2.
Yeah.
So it's like just trust the build up, trust the process, and don't be such in a rush to reach a number, because you're not gonna go from squatting 405 to squatting 600 in a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, it's a build up. It might take weeks, might take months, it might take 2 years. Some people, they stay in the same spot for a year in order to get through. Like, dude, powerlifting, lifting, life, it's a process. You have years in your life, you have weeks in your life. It's a process, step by step by step. Don't try to skip a step and roll your ankle and fall down 4. Like, make sure you be precise and stick to the program. Just stick to the process.
I don't know if you ever done this before, but like I know, like I kind of like I guess not with you, but like other people, like clients, I like to kind of like test their egos. So like I'll purposely like give them like, that sounds kind of weird, you know, but I want to see like how much they want to like, how much I want to see how much like are they gonna be willing to trust me and buy into the process. Because at the end of the day, like if you could do this yourself, if you knew the right answers, you wouldn't have need my help, you know. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, hey, like listen, you bench 405. I'm gonna give you sets 185 this week, super light, and I'm gonna see if you can actually listen to me and trust me. Do it. And I know, like, if you go off program, then I know you just don't. I might just
drop you.
I might drop you first week. You know, I kind of like to test where they are mentally too. It kind of depends on the individual. You know, like I'll be like, hey, I'll talk to them, but if they don't want to buy in, they're not gonna listen when I just say, not trust me. I'm just gonna be like, hey, we're not gonna work out for you.
That's where a lot of like coach and athlete go south.
That's why let's like that's why I'm limited at 5 people. I was like, I don't want so many fucking people I can't.
Everyone
trust.
A lot of the good coaches, they always have a cap, and they have a cap for a reason.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if any coaches are listening to us, like we're young coaches, but like we know what we're talking about.
I guess.
If you're a coach,
I hope.
No, if you're a coach and you're listening to us, value your time, because your time is worth a lot. Don't spend extra time that you don't have to trying to beat into someone's stubborn head like your ideals. If they're not willing to listen to you, if they're not willing to actually try and go out of their way to be better because you're spending your time to make them better, then I'm sorry, fuck them. Like I've said this multiple times, you just gotta drop people that don't like waste your time, because time is valuable. We don't have a lot.
Yeah.
Like if you're having a headache and you're stressing out because this one client is just being stubborn and not listening to you, then they don't want it bad enough. Because if they went out of their way to hire you and they don't trust you, they don't trust your process, they can do the same thing with another coach.
Huh? What the fuck goes through their head? Like, I want to hire this person, but not believe.
And that's the thing. It's like us as coaches, we have us as coaches and us even as like athletes and stuff, we have your best interest in mind. Like we're not gonna do something for you that benefits us. Like we're not gonna be okay, well, you know, we're gonna have him bench this much because this makes me look better. Like no, we're trying to help you out because your progress is a reflection of us. Like you get hurt makes us look bad. If you don't hit a number that you want to hit, it make us look bad. So we try to push you to be the best you can be because it helps everybody.
Amen.
And if you're too stubborn to trust the process, you're too stubborn to listen to the program, you're too stubborn to actually watch a video and know when to push yourself, then sorry, this is not your thing. Go if you want to be a control freak, start your own fucking business. Go ahead, go do that. But I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna be that freaking stressed out over you.
That's right.
Because I'm tired. Like I have other people to worry about.
Brendan, what the fuck you so bad for?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're so bad, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm just very
It's
passionate
called
about
passion,
Yeah,
Speedy. Look
passion.
at
Thank you. Passion.
The point of that too, like I think this goes back to the
Where's my
conversation.
fucking time?
Let's go back to the conversation we had about your boy too. Like we were talking about, hey, like you need to kind of like you need to make yourself a priority too, and like when he's like even because he has like the in-person class too. You know? Like you can drop a few, like you know, like it's not the end of the world. Like you're not. Yeah. Get on his ass. But like, listen, like dude, if I have a client in the day, you can care about them as much as you want, whether it be like in personal training or in powerlifting programming too. If they're not gonna trust you, they're kind of wasting your time. Give them a second, let them see they adjust to it. If they don't, then just part ways. Same, like that's like just like life stuff, relationships, anything.
And we're not saying just drop them immediately. Have a conversation with them.
Communication.
We're not just saying, oh,
Hey,
you don't want to listen to me,
listen.
get out. Listen, I'm doing this for a reason, like, I believe in you, blah, 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 blah. And then if they still listen to all that and say, all right, whatever, and do their own thing, then
I heard Bryce, I think it was Bryce Lewis. I don't know, it was one of these coaches. He said that, like, if an athlete drops me without coming to me and telling me, like, why he wants to drop him and, like, explain the reasoning and, like, trying to get their, what he's doing better, then he's like, then I don't really care. Like, he was like, if my athlete isn't gonna, like, come up to me, he doesn't care enough to come up to me and, like, try to, like, better what he's doing, then, or what I'm doing, then I honestly don't care.
And at the end of the day, if you're that athlete, you're gonna run into the same problem with any coach you pick up.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, you're wasting your own money. You're wasting your own time. Because you're just gonna jump coach from coach, and every single coach, unless the coach has the time on his hands to stress out about you, you're just gonna keep getting dropped over and over again.
And I
think the problem.
I think a lot of athletes need to know, because this is something that before Mikey, I think I had like 3 coaches, and they were all like in the span of like fucking 4 months.
Damn,
But,
really?
Yeah.
Who?
It was
Did Ryan, you got 2 people.
this other guy.
This other guy, that helps.
Yeah. But like the thing is, even as an athlete, you have to be really, really patient, because it takes a while for your coach to understand your body. Like it takes
That's a big thing too.
Yeah, it takes
That's a huge thing.
Yeah, like for example, like I said, like a bunch of my meets got canceled, but Mikey still wanted me to do a mock meet, and I asked him straight up. I was like, why do you want me to do a mock meet? Because I honestly don't want to do it. I was like, because there's like no point of me doing it. Like I already hit PRs, like training sub max. Like I don't need to like hit a mock meet to like know that I'm getting stronger. And then he told me straight up, he was like, this is like an opportunity. Like I think this is a perfect opportunity to like learn like your body and how like you respond to the taper. So next time when we actually step on the platform, I know what to change and what to do that, like what to change and like how to adjust your taper. And yeah, it's just like
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was listening to so if you listen to any West Side guys like Swade Burns, he said like something very similar to that. What?
You said Sway Burns and we all just looked at each other.
Whatever. Same shit. But sorry. But if you listen to any of the West Side guys, like they literally had a podcast on Table Talk, and he literally said, as a coach, we're taking the first mesocycle to understand and learn the athlete. So it's like because he was saying the difference between like a 4-week program, a 16-week program, and like a couple-month program, and he was like, 4-week programs don't really do much because we take the first 4 weeks to figure out how you respond to different workouts, how you respond, and how you are as an athlete.
Yeah.
So if you sign up for a 4-week program, I mean, you might make some progress, but we don't know you yet as a person. We don't know you as an athlete in order to test your boundaries and push you, because we're still learning you. Like, you're not gonna walk, like, unless you're like a good friend, like Garrett and I, we knew each other before we started coaching each other, so we could be trained with each other, so we could see how we work with. If you're just another, like an online client that reaches out to me, or online client that reaches out to Garrett or something like that, we don't know you. Like, we're still trying to learn you. So it's like, give us the time to learn you, work through it, communicate with us,
And this
so
process,
we can build like a rapport.
yeah, and this process takes a long time.
A long
Like
time.
some people like expect it to be like over in like a month, or like you said, like a 4-week cycle. But like in reality, bro, it's like not going to be a 4-week cycle for an athlete, for a coach to actually like know exactly like how the athlete's going to respond, like even mentally, and like in every way. Like, I think it at least takes 6 months. At least.
It's kind of like even like in a relationship, you're not gonna talk to someone for 2 weeks and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get married.
Yeah.
No, like, you're not gonna commit to something long term until you actually sit down and get to know this person.
And then
It's the
after
same
a
thing.
while, when you come.
Damn, dude, just cut him off again.
No, this is good.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Continue.
Look at you like, you want to kill your ass. Sorry, my bad.
No, I like the back and forth. That's why we have a podcast. Let's talk.
Fucking idiot.
Dude, he looked over
Look
at
at this child. Like, God, I
Foody, talk. Come on, bro.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
We're about to hit,
Oh my
we're about
God.
to hit 30 minutes again. So do you want to
Words.
pause?
Yeah.
Pee break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Paul, turn that off. Pee break.
Not yet.
Wait, you introduced the topic.
Yeah.
Clap.
Alright, guys, we're back after a quick break. So the next thing we're talking about is mentality when it comes to lifting too. So we're gonna start with Foody. I kind of want to see like your mentality when it comes like how do you approach a lift, which kind of lift is kind of like the most intimidating for you and why, and who are kind of like your favorite training partners. It's a lot to break down, but
Yeah,
stay with
my
me.
training partners, definitely, obviously you two and Adam, like definitely.
Yeah.
And but like mainly like out of you three, it'd probably be Garrett, and only because okay, so out of all my lifts, the one that kind of like psychs me out the most is deadlift, even though that's my best lift, because like I just I failed a couple times and it just like messes with my head. And like overall, like I feel like that leads on to like my other lifts. Like I'm just like, oh, like damn, like I feel weak today, like I'm weak or whatever. And like Garrett's like I think it was this week, he literally came up to me, he was like, listen, he was like, if you have the same mentality that you're gonna have, you're literally gonna you're gonna perform like shit on meet day. He was like, if you need to change your mentality. Like the reason why I like Garrett most is because he literally comes up to me and tells me exactly what I don't want to hear. And like
I am kind of dick.
yeah, but like in a way it's really beneficial.
Thank you.
Like it's like it helps me a lot. And like Brandon and Adam, they just fucking put me in place.
Yeah.
Because it's always, I think, would you guys say I undershoot?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. You and Adam both undershoot.
Like on everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Majority.
Yeah. Well, like the days that you either you like undershoot or you overshoot too much.
Same
So-
like 385 squat from Monday. I don't know if you guys remember, but
Yeah.
would you guys say that was overshoot?
I don't think I saw it.
Okay, so
You
if
spotted
we're gonna break down, we're gonna break down you and Adam. You overthink. Adam just doesn't know how strong he is.
That's
You,
true.
it's because you two are both kind of similar boats. You guys can do more weight than you guys usually do, but you'll do a weight, think it moves slower than it actually did, and then overthink. But no, I'm gonna cut it off. Or you'll do something like, oh no, I'm just gonna cut it off there.
And that kicks my ass mentally.
Yeah, and then Adam goes in there and he thinks that he's weaker than he is because he never really tests himself. So he'll pull something like, oh yeah, I think I'm good, and but no, I actually move really fast. He's like, oh, I don't know.
And it's especially sumo deadlifts, you're really slow off the floor. So if mentally, when you start pulling that bar and you think that this isn't gonna move, you're like, oh, this isn't gonna move, that bar will literally not move. Cause like for me, like it takes like when the weight gets pretty heavy, like I'm like it's like 3 seconds, like two to 3 seconds while I'm pulling, and if in my head I'm like, oh, my last warm up, like I'm thinking about my last warm up, like regardless, it's just not gonna move because I'm gonna be focused on everything but actually pulling. Like I'm pulling, but I'm not actually pulling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's why deadlifts kind of like it's like the one lift that entices me the most, but it's like also my best lift. Like I deadlift a lot more than like I squat.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's just like I'm also getting I'm getting better at it, and it's like thanks to my training partners that really like help me like not overthink stuff. Because if I was training alone, oh my fucking god, it would be a disaster. Like it'd be really bad because like I see like things like on like Instagram, I see someone pull like this and they're a lot stronger, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me try doing that. And like they get their hips in this position, and I'm just like, if they can do it, I can probably do it, but like I can't because like my anatomy, like my hips are just not built like that. Like I can't get like my hip sockets are not built like that to where I can get in that kind of position. But like I think like, but and then like there's things that work for me, but I don't think they work for me, and then you guys are there to like really put me in place, saying that like this has been working for you for so long, like you've paused 505 with this technique. Why the fuck are you trying to change your technique?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
That's good. That's a good answer. All right, I guess we'll go on to Brandon. Brandon, so kind of give us I know obviously we talked about it before, but give us a brief insight to your mentality when you approach a lift. The lift that intimidates you most, which I think I can guess, and your favorite training partners and why.
it's a bench.
Yeah, asshole. So I guess we'll go to the first question. Mentality. So I talk about it multiple times on the podcast. I have a sports background, so I don't want to sound like cocky or anything, but it's more like that dog mentality.
Yeah.
It's like I walk around thinking I'm the best person to ever step into the gym. I'm like the best person to do this lift. I'm gonna give all I got, and I'm just gonna make it move.
You're also a D1 athlete.
Yeah,
So, like, you're not just
I was
you're not like a regular
back in his
athlete.
day.
I was a Division I baseball player, which literally I've been competing all my life. So I'm just used to just walking around like strutting your stuff and like walk the walk, talk the talk. Like I don't talk a lot of shit, but like
it's in your head.
Yeah, it's in my head. Like I talk shit to myself.
Yeah.
So that's been like my biggest thing, because I mean that's how my mentality is.
Performing under pressure.
Yeah, and a lot of people tell me, I didn't really notice that until my last meet. A lot of people have told me that I am very good. I'm very different on competition day, on meet day, or when I have a really big lift versus like normally going through, because I guess I step up to the plate, a baseball term. But like my 765 for 2, I had that on my mind all day, talking shit to myself all day, and it moved way faster than I thought it would, because I guess I just perform under pressure. I failed 770 in the gym, and then got 782 at the meet because all the eyes I had on me. My dad was there, the pressure was going to me, and I just had that mentality to push myself through that. But if we go to the obvious question, what lift intimidates me the most is bench, because I just started actually like working on bench in May.
Really?
Baseball.
They don't make you bench on baseball?
In baseball, we don't do barbell bench. We do dumbbell single arm bench. We do a lot of shoulder workouts.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, in baseball, so our baseball lifts where you do high bar squats, you do trap bar deadlifts, you do front squats, and you do dumbbell bench press, single arm, and a lot of shoulder mobility and a lot of band work.
Okay.
So I never officially started working on bench until I stopped playing baseball.
It's like the complete opposite of Jake.
Yeah. So that was my background, and I always trap bar deadlift a lot, but I never did straight bar until like I just started doing sumo in late June.
It's so crazy how like how like you just started.
Yeah,
It's so like I sometimes forget that.
Because I did trap bar deadlifts. I did trap bar deadlifts that I did conventional from December until June, and then I watched some video. I don't remember what video. I watched some video on YouTube, and they were like, "Oh, if you're built like this, you probably try sumo." And I remember texting Garrett, "Hey, I'm gonna try sumo this weekend." and then I pulled 700.
Yeah, I got a text. I was so chasing that notorious 700-pound goal. I was like, man, I'm gonna try out sumo. I'm gonna see how I like it. You know, the worst sumo I've ever seen in my life. But he was like, I just pulled 700 casually.
Yeah, like it was it was a wide stand straight leg. My hip shot up. I basically just
RDO.
I basically wide stance RDO to 700 pounds, and then I started working on
built different
my deadlift and stuff. But going back to bench, yeah, bench has always been something very tedious because bench is a very mechanical lift, especially in powerlifting. There's so many things that have to go right in order for your bench to go up. Because I feel like there's a lot of technique like bar path and everything.
But I think the most technical is
deadlift.
Definitely deadlift.
No, it's definitely deadlift, but
sumo.
But coming from me personally, from not benching at all, bench was a lot to learn. Like I had the general understanding of deadlifts, had the general understanding of squats, I did high bar, so switching a low bar wasn't that bad. It was just a range of motion.
I think it's hard to realize too. Like I know, like we're like so deep in like the powerlifting world, but your bench like is still really good for a normal person, you know. Which is still like
like if you walk up to a random person going,
like they see if you go to like a normal commercial gym, they see your bench.
All eyes are on you.
They're like, holy fuck, this kid's strong as fuck. I mean, it's just like relative because when you have like 600-pound benchers like Jake and Blake, everything just seems like less, you know.
Yeah, the fucking aches.
It's all relative. Like relatively, like you're strong as fuck compared to like the average world on bench. You know.
We all are.
Yeah, we all are.
Alright, that's true.
Like, cause all like my friends that don't powerlift, and like sometimes when they just think, oh, you're so strong, but like they think I'm strong from the outside, but they're not in the sport, so they don't know that there's like people, like I'm not actually not that strong, like compared to like a lot of people.
Yeah. But yeah, so bench is the one that intimidates me the most for obvious reasons. And then I guess the workout partner that pushes me the most, other than myself, because I'm very self-driven, is the closest person to my weight class, which is Garrett. Because I don't work out with Jake all the time. Like I work out with Jake on Saturdays, so he's not really, because he has his own job. We work throughout the day, so it's like Jake's in my weight class, and if he was working out with me every day, it'd probably be Jake. But the thing with Garrett, the thing with Garrett is that we're both assholes and we're both trying to be better than each other. So it's like even like a funny story. So literally yesterday, I was doing Pendlay rows, and
that was just heavy, bro.
Literally, I had a 2x7 and Garrett had a 3x8, and I did mine first, and he was like, oh, like he was just basically talking shit the whole time. I'm doing 135 to warm up, and he goes, oh, then that's pussy shit. I'm just built different. So I got pissed. So I put 185, and then he was like, damn. He's like, damn, that sucks. I'm about to do 250. So then I go 225, do that for my first set, and then I put on another 10. And it was just like back and forth. And then when I finished, he had to do his. So he was like, all right, I can't let Brandon beat me. So I'm out here talking shit. So like, we used to fed off each other, and I could do that a lot because we're very close, like strength-wise, when it comes to the majority of the lifts other than bench. Like, well, my deadlift's higher than his, but my deadlift is like, that's my thing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
That the mentality thing that you were speaking of, that you said it comes from baseball or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that anyone can get that mentality, or do you think it's something?
That's a good ass question.
Or do you think that it's something that people are just like born with as a kid?
Dropping bombs.
I mean, that kind of goes like, it's kind of like a nature versus nurture question. It's like it doesn't really have an answer, but I feel like it could be developed if you put yourself in those situations. Like if you're always in your comfort zone, you're always like doing like lifting by yourself and stuff. No, you're not gonna get that dog mentality because you don't have any competition. You're not putting yourself in the situation to where you can fail and it will affect you. Like when it comes to a sport, like especially baseball is a team sport built by many individuals. So you go to bat, and what you do individually is good for you, but it can also cause your team a loss. So you have to be able to have that mentality, like, nah, fuck this pitcher, I'm up here, I'm gonna do this.
Like also, in like speaking like in powerlifting terms, like on meet day, there's some people that like the slightest thing will throw them off, like literally the slightest thing will throw them off. Like I don't know, like they don't have their headphones, or they're using a different bar than what you use in the gym, or a different pad, like they're not using a fat pad. But like for some people, it's like none of that shit matters. Like for example, like I'm gonna take my coach example. Like 2019 Ron Atz, I don't know if you know this, but he weighed in, I think like a minute right before they closed in weigh-ins, because like he weighed in exactly at 104.99, so he almost didn't make his weight. So he had, I think, like 5 or 10 minutes to rehydrate, to warm up, to do all of that, and he still came in and did second. He still came in and he played second. He squatted when he probably wasn't, like, his body weight wasn't as like how it should have been, but he still came in and he played second. And I feel like for some people, like, and that would throw them off. And I feel like it's really the mentality that, cause like for him it was just like, fuck it, like I don't care, like I'm gonna win regardless. But for some people, even if the slightest thing goes off, they're just like, oh no, now I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's also a big personality thing as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of what my question was.
Because my personality, personally, I'm very outgoing and I'm very competitive. So even like let's take my meet for example with the bench situation, where the handoff threw me off, and then I didn't take a third attempt and I still totaled like 1,800.
Yeah,
it's like you won't have that mentality. You won't be able to do those sort of things if you don't put yourself in a situation to where if you fail, it won't just affect you.
So you think, there's a way to like change someone's personality to make that like.
There's a way to change someone's mindset to give them a dog mentality, but they have to put themselves in those situations. You have to be able to be willing to put yourself out of the comfort zone.
Because I'll say it straight up, I don't think I have the dog mentality.
Because the thing is, you haven't been able to put yourself in a situation to where this is because a lot of people have a situation in the gym where it's like, oh, if I fail this, I mean it's whatever. I wouldn't say I'm very prideful, but I'm just I'm very hard on myself to the point where it's like, no, like I don't give a fuck what you guys think. I don't care what people say on Instagram, but I'm gonna do me.
Is that battery?
Yeah, but it's fine. So basically, I feel like if you just put yourself in a situation to where you can create that mentality, I feel like anybody can have it.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact of getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a good ass speech.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like the slightest. Oh, never mind. You go.
I was gonna say only Garrett.
That's my turn?
Yeah. Go.
Okay, some question. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Okay, so I guess mentality, it's changed over the years. This will kind of touch on exactly what you said too about kind of changing the environment. So I think I'm trying to talk directly in here and talk to you guys. So I do not think everybody has that dog mentality. I do think some people have it and don't know. It just kind of comes down to the environment they put themselves into. So like example, Foody, you may never have been that competitive, never had that kind of that mentality Brandon's talking about. But I mean, if you put yourself in the environment which you have, I mean, the pit's a great environment to push yourself to, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, you might slowly realize like you start changing a little bit, become more competitive, push yourself a little more.
Yeah.
Which definitely takes time. It's not going to be just a switch, you know. I think my mentality over time has definitely changed. I'm more of I am a calmer lifter, I guess. Pretty chill. But I kind of like keep it more quiet, so I kind of have that chip on the shoulder kind of thing too. Like I definitely I might not say it, but I go around and kind of want to beat every single person there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be vocal about it.
Yeah, kind of me though. Continue.
I don't know. I try to keep something inside to motivate me too, especially like days I'm down, days I'm not motivated. I try to remember, I'm like, damn, like Brandon PR'd, he PR'd, I need to like, not against them, but like more like I need to like catch up in a way, you know? It's like, I think that like underdog mentality has always like pushed me kind of far where I need to go. Because if like, I guess they say like the quote, like, you're always like hungrier when you're at the bottom of the mountain versus when you get to the top.
Yeah.
So if you always kind of have the idea like, hey, like I'm still at the bottom, that's gonna keep you going further rather than like versus like, hey, I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I guess it comes down to like being complacent, being happy where you are. So no matter like what goes on versus like lifting life, I'd like say like for you, like example, I said after Brandon's meet, I was like, oh shit, you just broke 1,800, right? You had a really good day. Regardless of everything that happened, I was like, let's enjoy this W, just this day of Sunday, and then tomorrow we're gonna act like it never happened. We're back to work.
Yeah.
It's always good. Like you want to obviously enjoy your wins, you know. But if you get so like complacent and stuck on the wins, you're never gonna move forward. So hey, enjoy it tomorrow, brand new, starting over. Your total's at 0. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's a big thing too, because like even like after I think the most recent PR I had, I can't remember. I mean, that 600 squat was nice.
The bench was the most recent one, the 455.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, like, I don't even think about it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, as soon as I hit what I'm done, I'm like, damn, that was nice. You know, I post my Instagram video. Hell yeah, good job. And then I'm just on the next milestone too, you know?
Yeah, and I think the environment, like you said, is the biggest. Okay.
Biggest thing.
Biggest thing. Like, for me, and I think like a little over a year, I put, I think 420 pounds on my total, like in a year. And obviously with coaching and programming and all that, like that's aside, but I credit that, I'd say at least 40% of that just being the weakest one in the room all the time. Like I honestly like being the weakest person in the room. Because like right now in the pit, what the fuck? Right now, like
Nature.
right now at the pit, like there's like I'm probably like one of the weakest ones in the room, and like
In our group, not in the room.
yeah, in our group, and it's just like it pushes me, and like I feel like you need to find like the healthy way to like look at someone and that like inspire you to work harder.
Yeah.
But like you can't have it too much to the point where you're constantly comparing yourself
Yeah.
to that person, because then it gets like back to like it's literally identical to like
Yeah.
Instagram clout or whatever.
It's a happy medium.
Yeah, so like you have to find that like sweet spot where it's not like whoever you train around has absolutely no impact on you, but whoever you train around also like you're not comparing yourself to them at all times.
That's a very, I guess I'll kind of touch on that too. I think it's a very like controversial thing too. But obviously, like you still want to be better than yourself, you know, like that you versus you. Like obviously, I'm still like I'm waking up like, hey, how can I be better today? But I think the competition with your peers, it can be healthy. Like me and Brandon's competition healthy. Me, everybody else, like we're healthy, like we're boys, you know.
Yeah.
But anybody that says they don't want to be stronger than their friends is lying, you know.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to be stronger than your friends? I want to be stronger than everybody I know, you know.
Yeah.
So like you can obviously have like healthy competition. That's something.
stronger than me though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever.
Continue.
Okay, yeah. So don't get caught in the lie, like, hey, like, if you don't want to beat somebody, then why are you, like, doing the sport, you know? Like, obviously, like, I want to be stronger than me, I want to have a good day, I want to improvement, but I'm not coming out here to compete, just to stroke my own ego. I'm trying to beat all y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say, damn.
Me though.
Okay. Let me continue the question, too. What's the next one?
Who's your favorite training partner in that?
Damn, that's tough. 'Cause I think I have different training partners depending on the lift and the day and the mood I'm in too. So I kind of base my like favorite training partners.
Brandon.
Well, yeah, but let me go on this. Let me finish.
Stop interrupting him, okay?
Yeah.
He has feelings too.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna beat me though.
I think my most competition is about people I'm closest to on lifts. So say squat. I think obviously my most competition, my best training partner is Brandon because like
Ain't gonna beat me though.
ain't gonna feel my third attempt though.
Continue.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Brandon, obviously in squat, like I'm like, oh shit, I'm squatting Brandon. I gotta beat him today. I think bench, probably the person I'm most close with, Khalil.
Ain't not me though.
Yeah, it's not you. Not you. Khalil. I love going to Khalil.
Another black guy.
Sorry, they might all be.
Alright, can you fucking continue and stop
I'm
cutting
sorry,
him
I'm sorry,
off? He
I'm
has
sorry.
feelings too.
I'm not sure about deadlift. I think I probably thought deadlift would be Brandon too, because I like, dude, I gotta catch up, because he just kind of suns me on deadlift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it just depends on the person. Like obviously, like I love all our training partners, but I want somebody who's gonna who's better than me, and B, who's gonna talk shit to me too, because I kind of thrive off the shit talk too. I know I'm kind of calm too, but I like when he talks shit. I like when he like calls me like bitch and shit, you know.
Oh yeah, Dad.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Not like that. But I don't know. I kind of feed all that negativity. Like I like being kind of angry, even though it's like low key, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the lift that I am most not intimidated, but like struggle with the most would have to be
Dylan?
I think it would be deadlift. Yeah, it's definitely come a long way. It's just been one of those like mental lifts too, you know, because I think
Yeah.
it's like my deadlift is always so fucking slow off the ground. And like even like, and now like I'm starting to learn. I'm like, dude, like no matter what, I'm gonna be slow.
off the ground.
But I'm always gonna like, I know no matter what, it's gonna take a few seconds to come off the floor. But I'm just gonna see how long it takes from like the knees up, you know.
Yeah, it's always.
It's always like that. I don't know, cause like it's just that like mental things. Like damn, like I'm really gonna have to fight 10 seconds to get a shot off the floor, you know.
So deadlift is your most.
Most mental kind of
Yeah.
most. It's It's definitely not strongest. Like I just haven't pushed it how it was because it's been so mental.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the one that's came the furthest in terms of like mentally changing the way I think about it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm very proud. I'm a very proud coach. Just seeing him how he's been growing, how he's been developing, makes me want to cry.
Ain't gonna be me though.
Still my son though.
No, bitch.
Anyway, I think that's
Seeing your guys' coach-athlete relationship from like
Yeah.
an outside,
Yeah.
it's actually like very nice to see.
Nice.
Can you show me?
Why?
It's like very very nice to see like your guys like you guys both of you guys are progressing, but like it's just so like I've never heard of it. Like two people coaching each other.
It's kind of weird.
It's kinda weird, like,
everybody thinks it's so weird. I
No, like when I first met you guys, I was like, "Who's your coach?" Then you were like, "Garrett," and I asked Garrett, I was like, "Garrett, who's your coach?" He's like, "Brennan." And I was just like,
Brennan?
I was like, "What the fuck?" And then like, and
Your
then,
stepbrothers don't it.
You just go best friends. Yup.
but like, it's working for you guys, and it's working a lot. Honestly, it's working a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, we got that a few times too.
Yeah, like it's very.
Like people like ask and like they won't say that, but I can tell by the look on their face they're like idiots.
It's like not even that. It's just that you guys are both growing as athletes as well as coaches, just by each other.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Damn, food. That was deep.
That shit.
That shit hit different.
And honestly, I think it's because
Because you guys are both.
yeah, I think it's because we both very open and we talk to each other. Like,
You guys are really close friends.
Like Garrett would tell me straight up that yo, I didn't like that. Like I didn't like that. That felt weird. And then
Yeah, I
I'll
said
be
that
like,
about a lot of
"Alright."
shit actually. I hate that shit.
And then I'll be like, yo, I really don't like this variation. Like that felt weird. And I'll explain to him why. And because we're both very educated, so we explain to each other like in a very fine way, to where it's like, okay, I get that, and we learn from it. It's not just like, yo, I don't like that because my back hurt. And it's like, no, it's like, oh, because like this angle puts me weird in this situation, and I just finished doing this. And it's like, okay, so I won't schedule this on this day. And it's like this trial and error. Since we're very open with each other, we're able to adjust and we work out with each other. So we could literally, like he literally walked up to me before he lifts and be like, yo, I don't think this is gonna be well. Like, I feel kind of weak at the squats.
It
We
goes
adjusted right there.
It goes right back to communication
Yep.
and being comfortable with your coach. And since you guys are really close friends, you guys are obviously comfortable with each other and letting each other know. So like you guys will probably never have that issue.
Facts. But yeah, I think that was a good podcast.
I think that was good. I think what time are we at?
It's like an hour and 23 minutes.
Oh shit, hell yeah. So Foody, we want to thank you for coming on the podcast, sir. We appreciate
That was a
having
great
you.
time.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
So I guess we'll see you on February 20th for your meet.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come back on. I know Adam said he wants to come on the day after.
Yeah,
But we should all have like I really wish Adam was here today.
I wish it was
We
Foody.
might-
It'd
we
be
might have
so fucking
We
good.
might have like a little table talk moment after the meet and have everybody that competed here.
Adam is the next member of our new crew.
But just some housekeeping
Shout out
things.
Adam.
Like, comment,
Love
subscribe,
that kid.
and we will be back in the future with
I like
more.
that.
We have some more exciting guests coming up too,
And
so we're
we-
happy to bring this to you guys.
Leave reviews if you guys have any questions or anything.
Look
Our
out for
DMs
Adam.
are open. Leave
Yeah.
reviews and let us know.
Yeah.
And
You
yeah,
can,
thank
man.
you.
And I think that's it. So outro.
And yeah.